Hello, Orbit fans. Welcome to another Orbit game. All right, so we play the number one team in the NFC, the Seattle Seahawks. Last week we beat the number one team in the NFL, or at least former number one team in the NFL, the Houston Texans at home. We get Seattle at home, and let's take a look at what we're up against. Off the bat, that's not looking good. 96 overall and blitz radar. So he's going to be hard to take down. Sacks have been kind of a big thing for us to help shut down teams. They have a good running back, really good running back, decent backup. Fullbacks, not much, but fullbacks aren't much in this game. DK Metcalf's going to be a pain. Locke is their number two. Funchess, the first three are going to be a pain. The next three are going to be afterthoughts. Tight end, decent. The O-line, left tackle, decent. Left guard, decent. Center's decent. Right guard's decent. All right, so they have a pretty average O-line. Hopefully we can get a lot of pressure on them despite Russell Westbrook. Russell's, I'm totally blanking on his name. That's pretty bad. He's only one of the, Russell Wilson. Jeez. Yeah, so hopefully we can get pressure, even though Russell Wilson has that blitz radar. Their D line, their left ends are okay, are pretty decent. The right ends aren't much better. Defensive tackles, decent one in Jaron Reed, a little bit of a drop off in Ford, and then their backups they don't have much in backups. Linebacking core, 81 with Brooks. Ooh, their middle linebackers are terrible. And their right outside linebacker is pretty good. Their cornerbacks, good one in Griffin. Then Reed and Flowers are decent. Amadi is pretty good, or pretty decent. And Ballard is, probably won't even see him on the field much. Decent free safety in Diggs. Not very good safety in Rhodes. Their kickers, decent enough, so we probably won't see fakes. Their punter's pretty good, so hopefully we won't see any fakes. Probably don't want to see any fakes from us either. Kick returner's decent, and Penny, and their punt returner is Lockett. Oof. He might be issues. All right, let's get into this. Real quick, this is if the playoffs started today. We knocked Houston out of the number one spot, and Kaepernick's Broncos are number one now. Some people happy, some people pissed. Oh no, what did I just do? I hit the wrong thing. Try that again. Yeah, we don't want to do the fast way to play. All right, and as usual, when the game starts, we will hand things over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. And as usual, Matt Hedrick is not our coach. Mike Ditka is. See you on the other side of the game.
Today, from Orlando, Florida, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Orlando Orbits taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Orlando Orbits. Hello again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Orlando team as they enter play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And if you look back to last week,
the calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
and what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a great receiver, right in control.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big you are. The defense
Cook in punt
on 4th down on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. 1 interception.
That's the ratio you said. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
They run it with Carson. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Chris Carson.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
Michael Dixon.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that before. Time to shake things up a little.
Get this one across the 30-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3-and-out on their opening drive.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A give to the fullback on the dive, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Let's go to the football 101.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Carson. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you overthink things.
Michael Dixon.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Orlando takes back over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again. It's down now. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 29.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 21 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get him.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. We've seen both of these off that figuring things out phase. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. On third down, Carson, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now it's Carson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often read the receiver's eyes.
Michael Dixon.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll find his man, LaVisca Chenault. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Connection made with Chanel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He was 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. LaVisca Chenault, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad.
Now for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drives 7 plays in length.
Orbit 7. Seahawks, nothing.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Carson.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got Lockett. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, Carson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
Wilson with the
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Wilson leaves this one with Penny, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny with touchdown. Now the extra point.
For the point after.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That time a 9-play drive, and it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run.
Michael Dixon.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Absolutely love what they were doing.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Here's Carson. Give him 9 yards on the carry there. A good run. And now 2nd and goal. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in. And now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Will Disley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think you have to change what you're doing.
Sly lining
Sly for the PAT. and he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
7-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being ball effectively. And oftentimes
trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
you don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
To number 22.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 29. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. It's caught. Touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, it's not guaranteed, is is it?
Kicker on for the point.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
10.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28.
And out now come the Seahawks. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. Sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. He got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So first and 10 now from the 30. Wilson will throw again. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Sly on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. 5 plays there on that drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at about the 1. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
Do is expand how you get.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
The
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach in our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the 2nd quarter. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the 2nd quarter. Gardner Minshew with 2 first-half touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the 2nd half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1 touchdown. Set to resume play. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. You have to go and look at the tape.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They run again with Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room. And the offense take advantage. And he'll give it here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Mess around and put that thing up where you burn it. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
There's a lot of good on that play when we see the big fella take it and rumble into the secondary. But how about the big part of it, taking care of the football? He doesn't carry it very often, but when he does, he's got to make sure that he doesn't get it popped free. Unlike Mike Tolbert in Super Bowl 50, carrying the ball popped free, turnover, and it hurt his team.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His third touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, they weren't messing around. First and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that. Times they come back to
the point after try forthcoming. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and... And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
Yards to go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Wilson.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a good job there by the...
Michael Dixon.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return.
At their own 20.
And gearing up for another drive, Tyler Eifert trots back onto the field. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner.
And defensive have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days because when they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, you either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And a give this time to the tailback. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long. Just couldn't come up with anything. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. First down, Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
What's the deal, y'all?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return.
Down and 10.
Orlando takes back over on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field with the game this close.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. There's some space here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Russell Wilson sacked.
And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there. So no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do is trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him an opportunity.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He gives it off to Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Holding offense.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and ball.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson looking middle, and it's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Wilson, and he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back live to Orlando. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Let's take it inside his own 40. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now back to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he's going to go down again. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
The offense on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. Still going. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yard.
Defensively to get to. Here's Logan Cook now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Going, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Seattle.
Wilson's pass.
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then follow the way through.
Joey Sly.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Michael
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. But ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Orlando takes back over on offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. By Jaron Reed, able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Complete to number 22.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it'll be Seahawk football first. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On third down, it's Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
Complete.
Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 3rd down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. 20! Tyler Lockett! And all the way in, touchdown Seattle! Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Slide for the PAT.
For the point after.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you catch him before he really gets going.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
The pass.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And man open down the middle of the field. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
first down. He'll drop to throw. And quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now from the left sideline here is complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Again, getting ready to take over. They'll run on first down. Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carson, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On first down, Carson, and now look at him go. Past the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll look to throw now on first down. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Back to throw again. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end.
Josh Oliver.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The pass incomplete in the end zone. Results in a 4th down.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Orlando, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, that certainly wasn't what we were hoping. Turnovers were a big thing in that game. I did mess up on that one touchdown to DK Metcalf, bit on the run, and they went deep. Maybe that last run was partly my fault, too, because I attacked the run and wasn't back in a safety position. And again, we were just giving up big runs anyway, so we weren't going to win if we just kept letting them run like that. Anyway, let's look at the performances of everybody. Russell Wilson killed it. Traeger did a good job too, other than that interception and the fumble. Rushing, yeah. Target had a great day, but Carson, dang. That's why I bid on the one, and then that's why I came up when I was supposed to have deep safety. Receiving, oh, well, hold on a second. Wayne did well when he had carries, and he had that touchdown. All right, receiving. Target led in receptions, almost had 100 yards receiving and rushing. Johnson 7 receptions, Chenault was 6. Lockett, Carson had 6 and 5 for Seattle. Then Eifert and Oliver had 5 and 4. Disley had 3. Simmons had 3, and 2 big drops in the end zone. DK Metcalf, 2 catches, but they were big ones. And Swain with 1 catch. Let's look at the blocking. We gave up, or at least our O-line gave up 6. Vitus gave up 2. Kieran gave up 2. Shepley gave up 1. Booth gave up 1. Oh, Shepley only gave up 1 this time. Look at our defense. Marino led the team in tackles. I don't know if that's a good thing when your safety leads the team in tackles, or solo tackles. Randall led in assists. He's been doing very well in the sub linebacker and linebacker position. And then Randall led in total tackles. Tackles for loss, 3. We got 3 of those with Hamilton, Andrews, and Williams. Sacks, we had 1 with Hamilton. No interceptions. Pass deflection, both Lewis's, Dan Derrick, and Demarius Randall. No forced fumbles, obviously no fumble recoveries, no blocks, no safeties, no PGs. Kickers. We didn't kick a field goal. We didn't even try. We were in field goal position once or twice and either got knocked out of it or turned the ball over. And then Cook had 1 notable terrible kick, but he did get 2 coffin kicks. Kick returns. Scott, good job today. Got over 25 per carry. And Simmons had 24 yards off of 4 punt returns. And that'll do it for this game. Join us next time where we don't play one of the best teams in the league. Like, subscribe, turn notifications, follow, leave a comment, leave a prayer. leave us and come back next time. Stay strong. Peace.